We, the people, are normalizing if somebody says something that I don't agree with, off with their head. Cancel them. Fire them. You guys are not comfortable with people speaking their mind. You guys think that you're open-minded and you think that you can hear a lot of opinions, and you can't. You guys are fragile, and you are responsible for the direction that the world is going in when it comes to freedom of speech. If I said I love Trump and I voted for Trump, you would say off with my head, right? It doesn't matter if you like Trump or not. You cannot say off with somebody's head. You are just a fucking human being. And the fact that a lot of you guys don't understand that is mind-boggling to me. Remember, I told you the truth fits in all areas. If what's good for me, because I like Trump, is not good for you, it's not fair. So that's why we can't make blanket statements and do everything emotionally based on one individual at a time. We have to create rules, and we have to create ideas and allow things to be good for everyone, not just for some people when we feel like it. You guys are not as open-minded as you think. I get on here and I have my opinion about things, and so do other people. And a lot of people just watch other people's opinions of things. They're not brave enough to make their own assumptions or brave enough to speak their thoughts because they're scared. I think that speaks to how you view yourself. If you're scared to speak or give your opinion, it's because you think people are going to perceive you the way you perceive people. Like I've always said, that people are scared to be in conversation because the culture today is to be very dismissive to someone who has a different opinion. Walk off, laugh at them, start yelling, start arguing. You have a different opinion with me and we're in each other's face. I'm not going to get up in your face and say, what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck? This is how y'all talk to each other. So because you're so emotional, you can't share space with anybody. So I do think that a lot of people do not speak their mind because they don't want to go through that. They don't want to go through being laughed at if they say something that somebody doesn't understand, or somebody walking around and you know the antics that people do. Like you're not even allowed to say, oh, my bad, I was wrong, without people going, see, making a big deal out of it. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's kind of like, the best way I can describe it is like if you trip, it's not embarrassing until somebody's sitting there going, oh shit, they tripped. But if that person wasn't doing that, you would trip and it would be over. But I do think people are scared of the reactions of people because you guys are not fucking easy with each other. And I know that because I say my opinion about things all the time. And I get told to shut my bitch ass up. Like, in what world is it okay for somebody to start speaking and you say, shut your bitch ass up? Now I know to be like, you shut your bitch ass up. I give it back. I give it back because I understand how brutal this fucking world is. It's so brutal. You say something, everybody's like, shut the fuck up. You don't belong here. You ain't foundational black bitch. You Jamaican black bitch. It's like, whoa. Because you guys behave like that, you think that everybody that you encounter is going to behave like that. I ride the fence all the time and I think, should I respond and give them that same energy? Should I? It depends on who I'm doing it with. Sometimes I encounter people who are just fucking ignorant ass pit bulls. That's what I call them. They lack no empathy. They're just here on earth causing fucking chaos. They can't have a conversation. They're annoying. They're aggressive. They lack empathy. It's just like, you can't talk to certain people. And I think that is what everybody's fearing, that person who's gonna get on here and say, shut your bitch ass up. Like, nobody in life, and y'all can think it's funny, and be like, girl, you think it's too hard. This is the favorite one everybody likes to comment. Girl, you're making content, you need to develop a thicker skin. Says the person who doesn't make fucking content. Says the person who's a fucking follower who wouldn't even speak their mind if somebody paid them. There's somebody who just subdues every thought that they have, everything about themselves to fit in and be accepted. And you don't know what it is to live a life to be a real ass motherfucking bitch. You don't know it. So like, I'm gonna use Cardi B for example. Cardi B needs to learn how to stop responding to her comments. You do it. The people who have mastered not responding, they have said, you know what? I'm going to suppress and suppress and suppress. What Cardi B does, I'm not saying that it's easy to watch. She's alive. She's alive. There's no way you're going to convince me. I'm not saying that I agree with her. I'm just using her as an example. There's no way you're going to convince me that somebody would say something about your child and you would go, bitch, it's not even worth responding to. You guys are robots. You guys have successfully learned how to suppress, how to look and judge, how to have an opinion about shit that you would never do, how to speak on things that you don't know nothing about, how to shut conversations down and people's experiences down when you didn't even ask questions to understand how they got there. You guys are judgmental. You guys think you know everything. You think, oh, it's appropriate to cancel her because she said this. You've just been buck broken into silence. You've just been buck broken and scared into trying to be perfect in a person who doesn't have a thought. When you see somebody, respond. That means that they are fucking alive. When you see somebody say, I'm offended, they're alive. They're present. Anyone who can hear somebody say something ridiculous about them, I'm not saying like if it goes on and on and on and on and on, and this is something you're used to, I get shutting them out. But if you're just sitting there and somebody says something to you and you can go, that person crazy, like I'm so unbothered. There's something wrong with you. There's not wrong with somebody who's not unbothered. There's something wrong with you being unbothered after somebody tells you to shut your bitch ass up or says something about your child. Do you understand? This world is so fucking backwards that y'all actually think that your logic is normal, and it's not. It's just something that you've practiced. It's a you thing. You're judgmental, so you don't want to speak your mind because you are concerned about other people judging you. And I think that that's fair to say. It's like if you're insecure about your body, you don't go out wearing certain things because you know when you see it, you don't like to see it, and you have an opinion. That's the clearest example I can give. I just feel like it's not realistic for anyone to think that they're going to agree with everything you say, or they're going to agree with everything you wear, or agree with every hairstyle you have. And I think that we live in a time, and social media has made us so spoiled with seeing inside of each other's lives and being able to pick people apart from behind a computer screen or your phone, where you think that being human is wrong. You think that messing up is wrong. You think that having a stretch mark is wrong. You got young niggas out here looking at naked women everywhere, thinking that every woman is supposed to look like an IG model. No, that's not reality. It's also not reality for, me to say everything that you agree with. You're not going to agree with me. Number one, because we don't have the same life experiences. The point is, we need to be able to hear what each other's perspective is. Not just, scream it at people and then not allow them to respond back. You have to have a tougher skin to be able to engage in a back and forth, a conversation, not necessarily an argument, because sometimes the things that people say, they're not willing to argue. They may be willing to elaborate and say, well, this is how I came to that conclusion. And if they're like an older person, they're going to say, well, I came to that conclusion because this has happened to me over and over in my life. When you hear something like that, why are you getting mad at somebody for experiencing something over and over and over in their life? That may not be your experience, and it may not be pertaining to you. So if somebody generalizes black women, right? When people generalize black women, I completely understand because I have the same plight with them. Do I personally identify with the things that are said about black women? No. And I do not internalize it to the point where I walk around saying, y'all gonna leave, you feel what I'm saying? If I get on here and I say, y'all niggas are gay, you know why I'm saying that. It's a lot of niggas out here that are gay. If you're a black man and you're offended by me saying niggas are gay, I don't know what to tell you, because you can see niggas are gay. You putting yourself in that category and trying to identify as all black men or all that, you're creating your own unhappiness. And lastly, I'm going to say this. We are missing out on deep, genuine, loving relationships with people. I'm not saying everybody, because I'm not saying everybody fits in this category. But I'm just going to use me as an example. And I'm not advocating for me. I'm just using this. If I think that I'm a good person, I'm a loving person, I'm a good person to having, and I'm a good person for you to have in your corner, then there has to be other people out there like that. You don't like me because I say niggas ain't shit. You have a problem. If I've lived my whole life around niggas that wasn't shit, what the fuck does that have to do with you if you didn't do it? I should be able to say niggas ain't shit. And you should be able to empathize with me if I say niggas ain't shit and ask me, why do you think niggas ain't shit? And be able to have a conversation. If you can't have a conversation and you're just like, you know what, I don't agree with her shit, you don't deserve a relationship with people, because you think that we're all robots, and you think that social media is real, and you think that everyone who has a brain is supposed to never evolve and never express themselves and be perfect and have the right to be canceled for an opinion. You're not brave enough to speak your mind. And because I am, doesn't mean that you're a better person than me. It means that you were thinking it, and bitch, I said it.